So, I drank too much tequila last night and I stayed up way too late playing video games. They were hand in hand, but when I looked at the clock, it was 1 o'clock in the morning and I never stay up past like 11. What was I doing? Stephanie was away. I didn't have to wake up for the gym in the morning and I am paying the price today. But guys, let's go ahead and dive into today's video. What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel and happy Thursday or Friday, because I honestly don't know when this video is going to be coming out. I'm shooting it on Thursday, February 22nd of 2024. And yeah, there's a good chance I'm not going to be able to edit the whole thing today, so this might be rolling out on Friday, but if it's Thursday, hello Thursdayers. But guys, this is our final order cutoff speculation and recommendations video. This is the video where I scour final order cutoff looking for all the books that I think might be worthy of, like, us spending a little extra money on, so that way we can make a little bit of money, so that way we can start to make this hobby hopefully fund itself. But I also scour final order cutoff looking for all the best reads, so that way we don't miss out on these amazing stories that are going to come out on New Comic Book Day in just a few weeks time. So that is the whole entire video. So let's not waste any more time and let's cover my 3 weekly speculation reminders. 3 reminders every single week, and they're all super important. But if you guys have seen this video series before, or you guys are seasoned speculators, feel free to look down in the description below and skip right ahead to final order cutoff cover lever picks. But if you guys are new to this video series or new to this channel, hello, welcome, and this is final order cutoff. And final order cutoff speculation is all about educated guesses, and that's why I have these 3 weekly reminders. And the first one up is the most important, and that is you guys have to do your own research. I'm going to present some information to you guys today, but what I highly suggest and what I need you guys to do is go check other comic book YouTubers you trust, other comic book websites that you trust, and other comic book apps that you trust. Gather the most information possible so that way you guys can make the best decisions possible for yourself. Because remember, you guys are spending your own hard-earned money on these books. I guess this is hard-earned money. But you guys are spending your own hard-earned money on these books. It's not my money. It's your money. And the second reminder that I have for you guys is that there are delays with comic books. So sometimes a book will show up multiple times on final order cutoff, and that is because its release date got moved for one reason or another. Now, the last and final reminder that I have for you guys is that you guys need to check secondary sources. Do not just follow this channel. Like I said, you guys have to do your own research, but I record this video on Thursday. The final order cutoff deadlines are Sunday and Monday, and DC Comics, Marvel Comics, and all the indie publishers have up until those deadline dates to add or remove books from their final order cutoff lists. So since I'm recording this video so early, you guys should be following these 2 places. The Comic Book Frontier is a great Facebook group that is run by my good friend Al, and yeah, he will update his list all the way up until the final order cutoff deadlines. And you should also be checking coverprice.com. It's a great website run by a group of great people, and they put out their list on Sunday for their final order cutoff speculation list. So those are the 2 places you should be checking before you place your orders for this weekend's final order cutoff. Start here. This is your appetizer, and then go check out coverprice.com and the Comic Book Frontier. All right, guys, those are my 3 weekly speculation reminders. Let's go ahead and find out what this weekend's final order cutoff order deadline dates are. Alright guys, if you guys are interested in picking up any of the books that I'm going to show you guys in today's video, you guys need to get your pre-orders in by February 25th for your DC Scout and Vault books, and February 26th for your Marvel and all the other indie titles. Now, the reason why you want to get your pre-orders in by these dates is because you can save a discount on these books when you order from certain websites. I can't promise you that your LCS is going to get you a discount on these books, but if you do tell your local LCS, at least they'll be able to guarantee that they can get these books for you. Alright guys, there will be links down in the description below for a few websites that I use for final order cutoff, but do your own research, find the site that you like the best, or your local LCS if they can give you that discount. Alright guys, it is finally time to move over to this weekend's final order cutoff cover lever picks. Alright guys, it was actually a pretty slow week for cover lover picks on this weekend's final order cutoff, which is always a little sad for me because I have a huge space in my heart for cover lover picks. But guys, there are 7 total covers, so let's go ahead and dive into these covers. First up is Catwoman issue number 63, the cover C variant done by Racha Lim. And the reason why this is on this list right now is because it has an anime type feel, it is very voluptuous, and I think those two things together could see this getting a bump in the future once people have forgot about this cover, and there are a bunch of anime collectors out there that could see this cover and possibly want it. Next up is Catwoman issue number 63, the cover E, which is the 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Leslie Lyrics Lee. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this is a pretty decent cover. I personally don't love it, but it is actually pretty good, and it is a 1 in 25, and this is issue number 63 of Catwoman. Alright guys, next up is a gorgeous cover. It is Titans issue number 9, the cover B variant done by Joshua Swaby. Yeah, this is just a great Starfire cover. I wish it was like a 1 in 25 so it could be a little bit more rare, but this is gorgeous. Next up are some awesome Spider-Man covers. First up is Spider-Punk Arms Race issue number 2 with the 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Mateus Mahini? I want to say that's how it's pronounced, but this is awesome. It is really good. I don't think a ton of shots are going to be ordering lots and lots of copies of Spider-Punk because I know his first series wasn't very popular, so I don't know if there's going to be a ton of buzz around this second one. This is issue number 2. It's a 1 in 25, and it is gorgeous. So I think it could be a little bit rare, but I didn't see the numbers for the orders for issue number 1, which would then, let you know about how popular issue number 2 is going to be. So guys, do your own research. Next up, Superior Spider-Man issue number 5. Now, I personally read the first 3 issues of this, and it is not very good in my personal opinion, but this cover right here, this 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Ryan Brown, is fantastic. This is gorgeous. It's a Ryan Brown, it's a 1 in 25 of issue number 5 of a not so popular Spider-Man book. This is a great pickup in my opinion. I really do think it is a pretty good pickup. Now next up is an awesome homage cover. This is Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 3, the variant cover done by an amazing artist of Mike Del Mundo. Now this is an homage to Spider-Man issue number 50, and it's a really, really cool homage. But the image that it's homaging, the image is like super sad and depressing. It's like Spider-Man leaving his outfit in the garbage and walking away from it. And this is just Spider-Man doing his laundry. It's like a very positive vibe to it, and I think that is fan-frickin-tastic. Now the last cover is X-Men 97 issue number 1 with the variant cover plus the 1 in 100 ratio variant done by Ben Harvey. It features Rogue. Ben Harvey, man. I've been telling you over and over the last few weeks that his artwork is so fantastic. I'm just gonna continue, not pushing his books, but just showing them to you guys. So that way you guys can make your own decisions, see what other people are saying, but I think these covers are freaking fantastic. All of them. The 1 in 100 is probably not going to be super expensive because people love X-Men, so I'm sure a lot of stores are going to be ordering a bunch of copies of this book. And yeah, so you could possibly get it for under $100 if you talk to your local LCS or just keep an eye online and see what you guys can get. But guys, those are the 7 covers that I found on this weekend's final order cutoff that I think could do well on the secondary market in the future. Alright guys, let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which is my second prints, facsimiles, and beyond. Alright guys, I only found 4 second prints and beyond on this weekend's final order cutoff. I did not personally find any facsimiles, so this is going to be a pretty short list, but this is one of the biggest areas where publishers do add books after I record this video. So keep an eye out for additional second prints, third prints, and beyond, and also facsimiles. So let's go ahead and dive right in. And first up is Red Hood, The Hill, issue number 0, the second print variant done by Sanford Green. This is just a color variant of the cover A, and I'm very curious why they did a second print of this book. Did it really sell that well that they needed to add a second print? Very curious. Did you guys read this? I have my copy in my box over here that I'm probably going to read this weekend, but is it really good? Very curious. Next up, Wolverine issue number 43, the second print variant done by Linnell Francis Yu. Again, just a colored variant for the cover A. Next up, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees issue number 3, the second print variant done by Patrick Horvath. This is a great cover. It is really stinking cool. I really like it, and this series is super popular right now, so if you see this, I would definitely consider picking up a copy or two. Now next up is another cover for Beneath the Trees, Where No One Sees, issue number 2, the 3rd print variant, again done by Patrick Horvath. If you see it, pick it up. Why not? If you see 2, pick them up. Put them in your long-term spec box and just see where this is going to go, because this is, again, a very popular series right now. Maybe it could have some of that Something is Killing the Children vibe if this continues to grow in popularity, but maybe it won't. But if you only buy a couple copies, you're not going to lose out on too much money. So those are the second prints and beyond. Let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which are the books that actually have a little bit of speculation in the guts. Alright team, I was only able to find 6 books on this weekend's final order cutoff that had something in the guts for speculation, and it's nothing earth-shattering, but we're going to go ahead and cover it anyway so that way you guys have all the information. And first up is April Special issue number 1, which is a one-shot, and this features a one-shot story featuring the Jungle League versus the Legion of Doom. So this is going to be a story that's going to revolve around a group of Justice Leaguers that are all apes, fighting a team of villains that are all apes. This to me kind of has a feel like it's like an April Fool's type story, because it's like April. I don't know. That's just me, but they made a whole book about it, so I don't really think it's an April Fool's joke. And this does have some pretty cool covers, and I really like this cover A by Dan Mora. Now next up is Batman Offworld issue number 4, with the first appearance of the Thargaryen, a bounty hunter, which you see right here on the cover of issue number 4. This is the cover A done by Doug Menke, and it's fantastic. He's doing the interiors in these covers, and he's just a fantastic artist. And this book has actually been a pretty good read so far as well by Jason Aaron. Now next up is Batman Superman World's Finest issue number 25. Now this has the origin of Lex Luthor and Joker's first meeting, and also the first appearance of Doomite. You know, Batmite, and this is the first appearance of Doomite. We've had a lot of mites being introduced in the DC Universe this year. We've had like Nightmite, I believe 2 others already, and now we're getting Doommite. Now next up, we have Edge of Spider-Verse issue number 2, with the first appearance of the Spooky Man. And I believe this is supposed to be kind of like a spooky, venomized type spider character, which is pretty cool, which you see right here on this cover. This is not his first cover appearance. His first cover appearance, I believe, was on the foil variant done by Mumad Asar, and my buddy Al pointed that out to me, and he also posted it on his Comic Book Frontier Facebook group, linked down in the description below, and also on his Instagram, which is Golden Age Goodies. So a whole lot of information just out there from this amazing comic book community, but Al is such a great guy. Again, his link to his Facebook group is down in the description below, and he'll be updating his list all the way up into the deadline dates. But we have 2 more books to get through. Next up is The Incredible Hulk issue number 10, with the first appearance of the Ghost Detective. I believe this is going to be a character that is going to be helping the Hulk out, like solve this mystery of who the big bad is. But I haven't read this issue, so I'm not 100% sure, and I'm an issue or 2 behind on this book anyways. So next up is Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 18. Now this is the oversized 300th issue of a Miles Morales headlining story, which is super cool. 300 issues of Miles Morales. That is just fantastic. There are some great covers for this book, and yeah, there is no first appearance or cameos or anything like that in this issue. It is just a big milestone issue, and that is it. Those are the 6 books that I found that had a little bit of something in the guts. So I'm going to go back over the cover liver picks, the second prints, and beyond in these books that are on final order cutoff that had something in the guts, and come back with my spec picks of the week. Alright guys, so I wish I could say there was a book on this weekend's list that had a lot of meat on the bone that we could chew on and make some serious cash on, so that way we can start to make this hobby fund itself. But this is another week where I'm really going to suggest you guys to save your money. There are some cool covers. Yes, there are some really cool covers, but there's nothing screaming at me that's going to make you a lot of money, especially right out of the gate. There are some cool covers that you guys might be able to pick up now and hold on to them long term, which we're going to cover in just a minute, and then make some money in the future. But right out of the gate, this is a week with nothing really on it, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and cover these books that I think you guys might be able to buy and hold on to and make some money on in the future. And they really are Spider-Punk Arms Race issue number 2, with this 1:25 ratio variant done by Mateus Mahini. I think this is just a gorgeous cover. I don't think a lot of shops are going to order a lot of this book because it is a 1:25. So this is just going to be a really rare Spider-Punk character. And if this character ever truly blows up, I can see a book like this garnering some extra money in the future. Next up is Superior Spider-Man issue number 5 with this 1 in 25 done by Ryan Brown. You get art by Ryan Brown, which is absolutely fantastic. And again, this has a good chance to be rare because it is Superior Spider-Man, not a super popular title, and it's a 1 in 25. And the only other cover that I think you guys might want to take a look at is that X-Men 97 issue number 1, the Ben Harvey 1 in 100 ratio variant. I think that one has a chance possibly to do well right out of the gate because it's Rogue, it's a high ratio book, it's an X-Men book, so possibly could do well on the secondary market right out of the gate. But I'm still gonna say save your money because I think that's a gamble. That's a bigger gamble than we want when we're speculating on it. Because when we speculate on something, we wish or we hope that it's not going to be a gamble and you're not going to possibly lose money right out of the gate. So another week to save your money. And yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are on this weekend's final order cutoff in the books that I did talk about, the 2 Spider-Man books and that X-Men 97. I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. All right, guys, we're going to head and move over to the next section, which is my final order cutoff or recommendations to read. This weekend is a great weekend for final order cutoff or recommendations to read because there are 4 stories. 4 stories that I think you guys have to be telling your local LCS, or you guys need to be pre-ordering these books online because these stories are going to be fantastic. Now, I'm going to quickly cover 3, and I'm going to focus on the last one and read the synopsis for that book because that book is going to be incredible. And yeah, actually got a preview copy for that book and read it, and it is freaking fantastic. So let's cover these first 3 really quick. First up is Man's Best, issue number 1 from the writer of Pornsak, Pichetshote, I want to say that's how it's pronounced, and has art by Jesse Lonergan. Now, these guys were on Lost in Comics. Lost in Comics in that episode will be linked down in the description below if you guys want to check it out. They were interviewed by my good friend Chris, and he does lots of interviews on his channel, so if you guys are not following Lost in Comics, definitely check him out. But guys, this story sounds so freaking cool. It's set off in the future. Humans have left Earth, and yeah, they are captured by an alien species, and it's up to their animals to free them. And the story follows these 3 animals trying to free them, but do they really want to free them? Because it turns out humans are jerks. So, are they going to do it? Are they not going to do it? I don't know. It seems like a pretty good tale. Now, next up is Barbaric, Born in Blood, issue number 1 from the writer of Michael Morici and art by Nathan Godin. Yeah, if you haven't read Barbaric, you really need to be reading Barbaric. I think there's been 3 or 4 volumes. I don't remember. But in the synopsis, Michael Morici points out that this is a great jumping in point. We're going to find out the backstory for our main character, and it's going to be so much fun. So much fun. And it has awesome art, awesome story. And yeah, this is just going to be an awesome pickup, and there are some amazing covers for this. Amazing covers. So this is a great jumping on point for new readers, but if you're an old reader, make sure you guys are picking up this book as well. Now, next up is Sam and Twitch Case Files, issue number 1 from the writer of Todd McFarlane and art by Simon Kredinsky. That's right. Simon Kredinsky is doing the art for this book, and I am over the moon excited. I can't believe Simon is coming back to the Spawn universe. I love the characters of Sam and Twitch, and I'm just excited to dive into hopefully a really good Spawn book. I'm super excited, and the artwork itself is going to be worth picking it up. Now, the final book that we're going to talk about will be the book that I actually read the synopsis to, but this is written by my good friend David Andre and Tim Daniel, and guys, I'm telling you right now, this story was amazing. Now, the book is called Morning Star, issue number 1. Like I said, this is coming from the writer of David Andre and Tim Daniel and has art by Marco Finnegan. So good. So good. There's a lot to take in with this story. The artwork in this comic book is incredible. It is so good. Yeah, let me go ahead and read the synopsis, and I'll talk a little bit more at the end. Look out! 1956. So this is set back in 1956, Kootenai National Forest, Montana. When smoke jumper Nathan Garrett perishes in a raging wildfire, his surviving family's hopes and happiness turn to ashes. Now, 1 year following Nathan's death, wife and mother of 2, Jolene Garrett, takes her crumbling family to the Morning Star Lookout, seeking solace through closure to scatter her husband's remains. But something far beyond the reach of their wildest imaginings await the Garrett family in the Montana wilderness. Something more powerful than their anguish and torment. Something that transcends space and time. No telephones, no electricity, no transportation, no escape. This story is so much more than just a firefighter dying in a fire and his family mourning. There is some sci-fi to this, there's some craziness to this, there's some spooky elements to this, and it's set up in such a beautiful way where there's an opening story where you get to see what happened to Nathan Garrett, at least part of it, and then we go to the family drama, and then it's just so seamlessly done. The artwork is amazing, the story is amazing. Guys, you have to be picking up Morningstar issue number 1. Give at least the first issue a shot. But guys, I'm telling you, David Andry is a fantastic writer, and he's teamed up with Tim Daniels, and their last few books have been so freaking good. Read Morningstar. It's my pick of the final order cutoff recommendations to read. If I had to pick one, I would definitely pick this one out of the 4 books that I showed you guys. This is the book. This is it. And there's going to be a lot of amazing covers for this first issue, so keep an eye out for all of those. I'll make sure, hopefully I will download them all from David. But guys, this is the book right here. Morningstar, issue number 1. All right, guys, we do have one more section to cover before we sign off from today's video. It is my new comic book day cover letter picks for next week, which is going to be February 28th of 2024. All right, guys, I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 covers that I think could do well on the secondary market coming out on next week's new comic book day, which again is February 28th of 2024. Now, all of these are kind of long shots. Either they're going to be long-term holds, or maybe they're just going to be complete gambles, but they're amazing cover art, and you never know what amazing cover art can do in the future. So let's go ahead and dive in. First up is Harley Quinn, issue number 37, the cover B variant done by Jorge Fornes. There's just something about this cover that I think is special, and I think it could possibly do well in the future. I already pre-ordered myself 2 copies of this because I think it's really cool. I'm going to put 1 in my long-term spec box and 1 in my cover lover pick box because I just think it is really freaking cool. Now next up is the Invincible Iron Man issue number 15 with the 1:25 ratio variant done by Dyke Ruan. And what I think is really cool about this is 1, it's done by Dyke Ruan, and the other one is that we get Emma Frost in an Iron Man armor, and you can see that on the helmet that she's holding, it has an X on it. It is really cool. She's also the White Queen. She's got a white armor. There's just some really cool elements to this book that I think could do well in the future because it's just, it's so freaking cool. Now next up is Batman Brave and the Bold issue number 10 with the cover B variant done by Francisco Mattina. It's Artemis. It's a badass Mattina cover, and it's just, it is gorgeous. Most likely this probably won't do well, but it is just such a cool cover. I've liked it since I saw it, and I just gotta share it with you guys, and you guys can make your own decisions. Now next up is Power Girl issue number 6 with the cover F variant, which is the 1:25 ratio variant done by Dan Panosian. This is just a fantastic 1:25 of issue number 6 of Power Girl. Again, like I've said multiple times in this video today, how many shops are going to be ordering 25 copies of Power Girl to get one of these? I don't think many, so I think there's a good chance that this cover right here is going to be a little rare, and it is gorgeous. Now next up is Spider-Punk Arms Race issue number 1 with the 1:100 Virgin ratio variant done by Oliver Kopel. Do I need to say more? Virgin, Spider-Punk, Oliver Kopel. This is just freaking gorgeous. It is so good, and I think this could do well in the secondary market. Same with this next book, White Widow issue number 4 with the 1:50 ratio variant, which is the Virgin done by Rose Besh. Again, White Widow. The book is not very good. I've read it. I've read all of the first 3 issues, and it's not great. So I don't think a lot of shops are going to be ordering lots of copies of these. And you need 50 copies to get one of these. And there are big Rose Besh fans out there. I've seen Rose Besh multiple times on the comic book top 10. I'll have that link down in the description below, the House of Stein top 10. When you see a book on the list, it's usually doing pretty well. And I can see this doing well. We might not love the art, but there are Rose Besh fans out there that will pay for this book. Now next up is The Savage Sword of Conan issue number 1 with the cover B variant done by Gerardo Safino. This is just freaking awesome. This is a gamble, sure, but a really, really good Savage Sword of Conan book right here. I love it. I'm picking it up. I'm probably going to read it, hopefully enjoy it. I don't read any Conan books right now. And this just looks so freaking cool. And to me, that's a good cover lover pick. And I can see that possibly doing well in the future. Now, one more cover. Grimm Fairy Tales number 81 with the cover D done by Pablos Villalobos. I'm adding this to the list because of the popularity of Villalobos or Lobos. And I just think a cover like this for a book that's probably not highly ordered, Grim Fairy Tales, I don't even see that in most local comic book shops. So I think there's not going to be a ton of these out there, and Lobos collectors are going to want this. And this is just a fantastic cover, and I have no idea who that character is, but it is great. All right, guys, those are my cover liver picks for next week's New Comic Book Day, and that is the end of today's video. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up. My headache is still here. It hasn't gone away. I'm still hungover. I wish it was gone. I wish that coffee and water would have helped, but it hasn't. But that's okay, because we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up, and I'm going to say thank you to every single one of you who stuck with me till the end of this video, even when I'm hungover and probably not making a whole lot of sense. But guys, you know what you are. You guys are legends. Thank you for being the awesome, amazing supporters of this channel that you guys are. That guys, look down. If you guys haven't smashed the like button just yet, smash it. And now right next to it, there's a little thing that says subscribe. If it's not highlighted and you guys haven't clicked it and hit the notifications bell, I just gotta say, what are you doing? Get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. Now, last but not least, guys, what do I want to say? I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else to say. You guys are amazing for sticking around to the end. This is the last video of this week. I do have my first product review coming out next week. I haven't shot it yet, and I'm going to shoot it early next week, and it's going to be freaking awesome. It's a great new product, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys, so stay tuned for that. So I'll be back on Tuesday with the Wednesday pull list, and then it will be a review video, and then final order cutoff for next week's videos. So you guys have yourself a great weekend. Get ready for next week, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.